Hello, and welcome to another episode of Coach and Coffee. Thank you for joining me this morning. We are currently in a cloud. We're at about 2,500 feet elevation on the side of a mountain here, and the clouds just like to come right on over and cover everything up. So we're in a nice little cloud right now. We're on cloud 9. All right. Today we're going to talk about a really simple topic. This is not going to be very long. We're going to talk about weight machines for OCR training. Obviously, at obstacle course races, there are no weight machines on the course. There's no cable machines. There's no preloaded machines. So, should you use them in your OCR training? The answer is very simple, and it depends. Just like it always does. What do you have access to? If you have access to equipment that is more applicable to racing, then maybe you do that. Typically, generally speaking, I always have clients use free weights over machines when possible because of all the extra work that gets done with free weights as far as core stability, balance for a lot of exercises, factoring in other muscle groups that you're not hitting on certain machines even though you're working like similar body parts. For instance, if you're doing hamstring curl machine, using a hamstring curl machine to strengthen your hamstrings, whether it's a seated one or a prone lying one, good for developing your hamstring strength. I'm not denying that whatsoever. I like machines. I think they're good for specific things, but you could also strengthen your hamstrings by doing kettlebell or barbell straight leg deadlifts or Romanian deadlifts, take your pick. And while doing those things, you can also build grip strength, you can build stability and strength in your upper back, you can also build core strength, glute strength. So would I rather have someone do that, or would I rather have them on the prone or seated hamstring curl machine? And the answer is using the barbell or the kettlebell. It's more functional. I don't really like the term functional just because it doesn't really mean anything anymore, but as far as its actual meaning goes, it's more functional. It's more applicable to race day. Instances where machines should be used, if you have a specific muscle group that you're trying to isolate, machines are great for that. If you do not have access to kettlebells, dumbbells, barbells, but you have access to machines, by all means use the machines. They are great for building strength. But overall, I would recommend first that people do things with free weights, body weight things with suspension trainers, med balls, sandbags, buckets, tires, all of those different things where they're moving and lifting and stabilizing and balancing and all of that over just sitting and pressing or sitting and pulling or sitting and extending their legs or something like that. So as a whole, machines are great and they have value, and you should do them if they're what you have access to. Some of our clients travel a lot for work, and so when they go and travel, they don't have access to the same equipment that they do, so they let us know. Ideally, we know where they're headed as far as the gym that they're going to have access to in a hotel or something. Just, most hotels have their pictures of their fitness facilities online, so you just look it up and you see what type of equipment and you program for it. Normally those types of gyms will have some dumbbells, maybe like a yoga ball, and then machines, some cardio machines and some weight machines or a cable machine, things like that. But you make do with what you got. If you have the great stuff, use the great stuff. If you have the machines that aren't as applicable but still very valuable to use, then use those, mix them in with body weight exercises, things like that. So machines are good. They're not the best for OCR training. So use what's best. When you can only get what is just good, go with that too. That was even shorter than I thought it'd be. Oh well. I will catch you next time on Coach and Coffee.